So,
He's like, "Put your dukes
plot
up." I'm like,
time.
I got fucking no dukes.
Into the mines.
Okay,
All right.
loud and clear.
The
I
mines.
understand, old man.
So tired.
Yeah, it's our first dungeon, I guess. Is the first dungeon in this Dungeon in the Dragons game.
Ah,
Is that a couple caves?
are there any dragons in this?
I don't think there are dragons in this. There
I
are
think there's
dungeons.
wyverns.
I guess that's true. They have like drakes or wyverns or something. So
Not
that dude
really.
told us to talk to this dude who was just like halfway across the room. I don't know why, but he's like, "Go talk to my friend wherever he is."
Because he smells.
Yeah, and so they all have stories about like what's happening in the mines, and if you need a sword or a hammer, there's one there.
Because
But
you
then-
made it this far.
Oh yeah, of course. And then there's contaminated iron, which I can't pick up because my inventory is again full.
Isn't it all useless anyways?
Probably.
You have the wiki.
I do.
Okay, loud and clear. I understand.
So the
old man.
contaminated ore tells us like it's like, oh, there's something wrong with it. Like there's some substance on it that actually makes the ore bad. And then so then we're gonna head over this way.
Oh, that's why you were playing your life as a goat thing.
Watching some goat stuff.
What are you talking about? We're gonna go talk to this miner down here.
Oh, so tired.
Needs some more stuff. He's just tired. These guys. There's a lot of
Coughing up.
there's a lot of samey stuff, and eventually, like, it's just we're just gonna gloss over a lot of interactions with people and a lot of the combat. But yeah, this top level is pretty safe. There's mostly just miners.
Coughing up blood.
And goats on bicycles.
Where are you seeing that?
Oh, nowhere.
Oh,
Am I watching the wrong video?
You're just making stuff up, I
blood
guess.
cough.
Yeah, I'm coughing up blood. Oh, then there are a couple of things to attack. Some people who say unimportant stuff. I think either Miner Marvin or the next guy thinks there's actually a dragon in here somewhere. I don't know.
I mean, he probably knows what's going on.
You would think they would.
Be done.
He's like, what's happening? And then he's a dragon down there killing them all. So, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, dark down here.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty boring first level.
Goats really are quite agile.
I mean,
Ooh.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I think
So-
your goat's stuck.
what go? No, I just we're gonna wait for the other guys.
Loud and clear. I understand, old man.
And then this guy's like, "Hey, kobolds." See, he's screaming about the
Oh,
kobolds.
they just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, they just pop in, and I think they like kill this man immediately. There's nothing you can actually do to stop them. I've never been able to.
You should reload and cast invincibility on him before you talk to him.
I guess you could do that. Is invincibility a spell? That's not a real spell.
I don't know. There's probably got to be something though.
You would think.
Give him a bless or
I'm so
the
tired.
mirror him.
There's probably ways to do it, but I mean, he's some unnamed miner. We can't stop everyone from dying, and I mean, some people we actively can.
Stand away,
To be fair, dying quickly like that is probably better off than the blood cough. Like, you're not solving the blood cough problem.
Oh,
They're all
and,
just gonna die. From
and this
terrible,
guy's-
horrible illnesses.
there was a guy on the first floor who wanted us to give dagger to this guy. So there's a tiny quest that you can start and complete on floors 1 and 2 of the mine.
Good job.
Yeah. But yeah, this is just a
I
lot
never
of.
thought a goat was so deadly.
Well, I mean, they show up and they kill everybody.
Pretty deadly, I
Look
guess.
at all these.
It fills me with constant stress that you don't heal Khalid and Jahira.
They're fine. They're robust, like heroic adventurers. They'll be totally fine.
Yeah.
Especially when they never come near combat.
Yeah, they're not with me. They're at the door.
You're
But
gonna walk
really,
them
you
over
only
the
use
traps
them
later,
there.
aren't you?
I
Case of emergency.
I don't want to spoil whether or not I'm going to walk them over all of the traps.
Or which traps specifically.
Yeah, it's got to be a surprise. But
Crank it up,
speaking of
fucker.
traps, there's a trap. This is the floor with traps. And you can just, like, you know, use your thief skills to untrap the traps. But yeah, this is super unexciting.
Kobolds.
Yeah. So
But the combat's the best part of the game.
I mean, the combat's fine, but it's just like thwip, 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 thwip. It's
I'm watching you whiff with your sword all day.
well, I'm not using the sword. I'm using the bow. I'm
Good.
Whiff with the bow. That's more traps. Not bad, guys. Yeah. I remember the first time I went through this as a kid, I was like terrified. And then every time afterwards, I was like, when is it over? Oh, aghast. There's a dangerous
Goat's
enemy.
really taking some torture there.
Well, you know, there's some, you know, there's traps to an enemy.
I always forgot about all the traps as a kid. Every time I would walk in, I'd have to get nuked and reload.
And this is the part I hated, is the spiders, because I don't, spiders always bothered me. But there's like 2. I thought there were way more than 2.
Thousands.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot more, but it's just the 2.
An open wound
Yeah.
in Mother Earth. I would
And then over
rather
here
have the
is
power-
just the entrance
Gas
to
station.
the next thing.
Oh, right. Not a gas station.
No,
What am I
don't know.
talking about?
Nobody knows. Well, there's a couple traps. This is dangerous traps. 1 trap, 2 traps, and traps never come in 3s.
Fuck me in the gold.
That's classic.
Yep, that is classic. So that was the mines.
Woo!
For your party to gather before venturing forth.
Yeah. They just have to. There's one more level, which is the just the Mullahy fight. Fight with the bad guy in this one big domed room. But of course,
You should probably heal your guys before that.
Yeah, maybe.
At least the goat.
Well, the goat's fine. He'll heal himself. So this I thought was interesting because there's enemies we haven't seen before, but they're not dangerous. They're just oozes. Oh.
So interesting you leveled up.
Did I? Oh, I did. Yeah.
I guess you learned a lot from firing a bow into a static puddle of goo.
Yep. But the thing that I leveled up at, I think, was the thief.
Oh, right, because multi-classing works that stupid way.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna take forever to do anything, and I'm sure there's like an experience cap, so I probably won't be able to get very high in any of my classes.
That is true.
So. Yeah. So we did a little bit of strategery here, set everything up, and level up.
Don't sleep and keep everyone wounded.
Of course.
Very
Well, they're
strategic.
fine. Listen, Mullahy is a priest. He is like a wimpy guy, probably.
Strategic
He's like, put
wounds.
your dukes up. I'm like, I got fucking no dukes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move my dude up there to cover the rear, to bravely cover the rear.
Brave, 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 brave Sir Robin. Oh, you don't like
It's
Monty
fine.
Python. Never mind. I won't quote Monty Python at you.
So there, this is my buddy. This is Zan. Zan is the best character, hands down, in the entire game. But we want to,
Best.
yeah, absolutely. We want to protect him, so we're not going to add him to our party yet.
You have needed me? I can but try.
What? How you get it?
And there is the boss, final boss of level 2, chapter 2.
He sounds like one of the Decepticon voices.
He might actually be. It could be Peter Cullen or any one of those voice actors. But you can say... Basically, it doesn't matter what you tell him, he just will attack you.
Sounds very nice.
So, this is strategic fighting on 2 fronts. I've got all the minion guys, probably. and they're going to take care of the big bad guy. Probably.
Except for all those wounds they have.
Well, I mean, it's unless something else like being held happens.
I'm sure nothing bad could happen to them.
Well, you never know.
I mean, good thing you're not using that sweet bow.
I did not add that. He just burps when you take him down to enough hit points. And even if you have mercy on him, if you don't give yourself new orders right away, you'll run over and kill him. So he's like, mercy. So
I remember these mines taking a lot longer, if I'm going to be honest.
they probably do take a lot longer if you don't speed up your footage by 10 times.
So that's the secret.
But this is where the plot tells us where to go next. So Mulhi is working for a guy named Tazak. Tazak is the leader of the bandits. And they've got a contact named Tranzig, and he is in the Feldspost Inn, and that is where we have to go plot-wise next.
Oh, you had
Tell
to
me what
read
to
things.
do.
Yeah, you actually
That's
have
why I never got any further than that.
to... Absolutely.
It is certain that the death of
Oh,
Mullahay
and then
will
chapter
relieve
3
the
just starts when
fears
you
of the
rummage in
terrorized
his
folk
bin.
of Nashkel. But you remain uneasy.
I don't think I ever got this far in the game.
I definitely did. The first couple.
The shortage of iron is too widespread to be his
Yeah,
doing.
I would get about this far and then do Mince's quests, and that's
Though
about
they
it.
give
I'd get to Baldur's Gate, and they wouldn't let me in, and they'd be like, well, that's it.
What
I
a
made it to
stupid
Baldur's
game.
Gate.
You can't even go in the city that the game is named after.
These other 2 discs are probably worthless.
There can't be anything on them.
Never find out.
So aside from all these spells and other things that you get in there, we've got there's a Moonblade, which is technically a dagger, but it's like a sword that we're gonna give to our buddy, the coolest cool guy.
Also, for any young people listening, this game originally came on 5 CDs.
Oh, that's right. People wouldn't know.
I thank you
5
for my
CDs.
freedom, friends, for I have languished in these
Ah,
dismal
yes.
vaults too long.
Yes, this is the guy. Yeah. He's really dismal, but I think that's because he's been locked up. I imagine that before he was trapped underground for weeks, he was actually incredibly cheerful.
Really?
I don't know. But if you need some reasons why this man is the best character, I have 3 good reasons, and here they
We're
are.
all
All these
doomed.
experiences.
Life is so hollow. Our quest is vain.
There you go.
Oh yeah! Our quest is vain.
Every now and then, when you click on him to tell him to do something, he's like, "Our quest is vain."
Yeah.
He's great. And then we're gonna crossfade to equip him up, rather than do the paper doll messing around. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh no, the moon's on fire!
Well, I mean, sure. And we can select spells. I think I gave him a ring of wizardry, so we gotta like give him spells and things. But anyways,
Wow. 4 people in your party.
I know.
Unheard of.
No, we've had 5. We had 5 until some of them decided to kill each other.
Unheard of.